In the cold, dark hollows of an unnamed mountain range where dwarven miners toiled and died centuries ago, a new legend has arisen. A myth whispered around flickering oil lamps in damp, drafty pubs. A chilling tale that keeps the bravest of souls awake at night. This is the cryptid we now refer to as the Morrow Grin, the smiling watcher of the abandoned mines. You may have seen this type of story before, maybe even one I wrote. But this is not a story I am telling. Instead, I am showing you a glimpse behind the curtain, so to speak, revealing the very first draft of what was eventually published under my own pen name. And not only am I doing that, but I'll be showing you how this story came about, why it was written, and the thoughts I had throughout the creative process. All thanks to our wonderful community. As many of you know, we regularly take suggestions from our viewers for future videos. You guys are basically our editors, telling us what to work on and when to work on it. And while most of your requests are fair game, the truly great ones are the ones that catch the imaginations of both me and my writing partner. And that brings me to today's story. As soon as I read this prompt from our community member, Lord Bagans the Bold, I knew I had to write it. Abandoned mines, creepy things going on in them, and a mysterious creature that looks like a miner and seems to stare at people. There's so much potential here. I could tell right off the bat that this would be a great opportunity to explore themes of isolation, madness, and what can happen to the psyche when cut off from the rest of society. Not to mention, I've always been fascinated by cryptids and Lovecraftian creatures, which is another perfect opportunity to indulge in that passion. So, with all of this potential, I sat down, turned on some music to get the creative juices flowing, and started writing. Unlike most of my other videos, I didn't want to plan this one out too much. So I just started writing, fleshing out the world as I went. I gave the creature the name the Morrow Grin because I thought it sounded eerie and creepy, but I also liked the idea of having the creature's name be something that rolls off the tongue, something that's easy to remember, which is important for a horror story since word of mouth plays such a big part in spreading tales of fear and folklore. I wanted to ground the story in reality by basing the creature around a real cryptid. I'd heard about this creature years ago when I watched the movie The Wendigo, and was instantly intrigued by the idea of a shape-shifting creature that can mimic human speech. What if it wasn't just mimicking us? What if it actually had its own thoughts, its own intelligence? That became the basis for the Morrow Grin. I wanted to create a creature that was intelligent, malicious, and had a sinister agenda. The idea of it being stuck in the mines with no way out drove the story in interesting directions. For example, it is so desperate for company that it lures miners in with promises of companionship only to devour them whole. It was fun playing around with the idea of a creature that was both pathetic and terrifying. I chose to make the creature incredibly weak physically, but strong mentally. I envisioned it as a creature that had been driven insane by its circumstances, a creature that had been forced to rely on trickery and deceit to survive. I also wanted to create a creature that was somehow connected to the mine itself, which led me to the idea of it being able to control the minds of those who entered the mine. I thought it would be a great way to create a sense of dread and paranoia. Imagine being trapped in a mine with a creature that can read your every thought, a creature that knows your deepest fears and can use them against you. As I continued writing, I found myself really enjoying the process of creating a creature that was so unlike anything I had ever seen before. I wanted to create something that would stick in the reader's mind long after they finished the story. I think I achieved that with the Morrow Grin. It was really satisfying to write a story that felt different from my usual stuff, something that was more grounded in reality and focused on psychological horror rather than action. I'm happy with how this story turned out. I think it is effective and memorable, and I hope it will stick in the reader's mind long after they finish reading it. As I continue to write, I will keep these stories in mind, exploring new ideas and expanding the lore of the cryptid. There is so much more to do here, and I'm excited to see where it all goes. Who knows? Maybe one day I'll even publish these stories as a collection. But let's move away from the writing process for a bit and talk about something else. Something that I am extremely excited to announce. I recently stumbled upon a platform where users submit their original writing for feedback. The community is super supportive, and there is a wide variety of genres represented. I encourage you to go check it out and submit your own work or leave a comment on others' pieces. Now, I have a confession to make. I usually don't watch videos like this one that are essentially just me talking to a camera. I find them boring and self-indulgent. However, I want to try new things, and I think it's important to push yourself creatively. So here I am making a video that I would normally skip over. Let me know what you think in the comments. Is this a waste of time, or do you enjoy this format? Oh, and before I forget, I want to give a huge shout out to our amazing supporters. Your support means the world to me, and I am so grateful to have you on this journey with me. If you're interested in supporting, please check out the links in the description. This platform has given me the opportunity to connect with other writers, receive feedback, and learn new things about the craft. It has been a great experience, and I highly recommend it to anyone looking to improve their writing or share their work with the world. So if you're interested in checking it out, please follow the link in the description below. If you enjoyed this video, Please hit the like button and subscribe for more content. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.